We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. What words? What resolve? It has been 76 years that the Constitution of India has been adopted, drafted by a Constituent Assembly created out of 389 members, of whom 292 were elected. This is the preamble, something I was so proud to source a couple of years ago. The Constitution of India that has been adopted in November 1949 is in fact one of the most comprehensive and detailed constitutions in the world. When it was first introduced, it had a total of 395 articles and 8 schedules. Today, the number stands at 470 articles and 12 schedules. This comprehensive document actually combines some of the best elements of constitutions from around the world. The political system it embodies is parliamentary. That was a natural legacy of the British rule. At the same time, it has a mix of centralism and federalism, as one has seen in the American Constitution. The Constitution is an amazingly balanced document. It balances, as I have said, between centralism and federalism, between the rights of citizens and their duties, between individual rights and social justice. The Constitution is inclusive. It has guaranteed universal adult franchise from the very beginning, which basically means all men and all women above a particular age, in that case 21 years, had the vote. One of its cornerstones is equality and secularism. The Constitution of India is a living document. It has evolved over 75 years through a variety of ways, through formal amendments, judicial interpretation, as well as through socio-political developments. In fact, the Indian Constitution has been amended over 100 times as of this year. These amendments reflect the nation's attempt to balance both flexibility and stability. The amendments themselves reflect the fine balance between dynamism and continuity. Some provisions in the Constitution can be amended very easily by just a simple majority of Parliament. There are others that deal with some of the deeper issues that require both concurrence of the national government as well as those of the states. If we look at how the Constitution has evolved, there would be broad thematics. First, the amendments to the Constitution have strengthened national unity and governance. Let us begin with the 7th Amendment of 1956 that reorganized India's states on basis of language, a milestone in accommodating diversity. The 42nd Amendment Act of 1976, what has often been described as the mini-constitution, saw a strengthening of central powers. It added fundamental duties to fundamental rights. Not surprising, India was then in the middle of a national emergency. The 44th Amendment Act of 1978 restored democratic balance after emergency. It safeguarded citizens' rights and limited the use of emergency powers. The 73rd and the 74th Amendments of 1992 empowered local governance, Panchayati Raj institutions as well as of municipalities, deepening democracy at the grassroots. Let's move closer to today, this millennium in fact. In 2016, the 101st Amendment Act introduced the Goods and Services Tax, which might be referred to as one of the most path-breaking reforms in taxation. And the 103rd Amendment Act of 2019 provided 10% reservation for economically weaker sections, or the EWSs. During one of my earlier programs, I had mentioned balance of power, where any self-respecting constitution seeks to maintain a balance between the three key forms of governance, which is the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Sure enough, judicial pronouncements have led to a significant evolution of the Indian Constitution. The Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case of 1973 said that Parliament can amend the Constitution. However, it set very clear boundaries, saying that the basic structure of the Indian Constitution, which is democracy, secularism, federalism, and judicial review, cannot be tampered with. The Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India case of 1978 broadened Article 21. It said that the right to life includes dignity, liberty, privacy, and the due process. Coming closer, the Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan case 1997 recognized protection against sexual harassment as part of Article 21. And the Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India case 2018 decriminalized homosexuality, reinforcing personal liberty and equality. As mentioned earlier, the Constitution of India guaranteed universal adult franchise from the very beginning. It included marginalized groups such as women, Dalits, Adivasis through reservation policies as well as affirmative action. India is a large country with a number of states, union territories, and a strong center. Tussles and conflict between center and states is inevitable, and the Indian Constitution has evolved through these struggles, through these tussles, and provided a fine balance of regional autonomy and national centrism. It has strengthened rights and justice. New rights have been recognized: the right to education, the right to information, the right to privacy, and the right to environment through judicial expansion. Social justice has continued to be at the cornerstone of our Constitution through welfare schemes and progressive legislation. And talking about the pushes and pulls in the Constitution and its evolution, there is the debate between judicial activism and judicial overreach. There is a debate on universal civil code, on reservations. How much must they be extended? How long must they be provided? And free speech. All of these reflect evolving social priorities. We are in a digital age. Data protection, freedom of expression online, and surveillance are emerging as constitutional frontiers. Despite crises such as the emergency of 1975 to 77, the pushes and pulls of coalition politics, regional tensions, the Constitution has endured, adapted without a single coup or collapse. It has remained a living document, blending continuity with change, embodying the ideals of democracy, secularism, and social justice. In essence, the Constitution of India has evolved from a static framework to a dynamic instrument of change, constantly interpreted, amended, and reimagined to serve an ever-changing society while preserving its core values.